Happy Wednesday, everybody, and welcome to the Learning Kitchen. My name is Chef Yves, and today we're going to tackle something really simple, taco meat. Great way to do your meal prep. You can make ahead of time, put it in the fridge, reheat it in the microwave, or in the skillet, or in the oven, or however you're going to use it. But let me really show you how to make something really simple. So today we're making taco beef, but that doesn't mean that we have to make taco beef. You can use any kind of ground meat. So let's get started. Let me show you how. All right, here we go. So I've got my nice skillet on the go right here, and I'm going to put in probably a tablespoon or so of oil. And to that, I'm going to add roughly one large or 1.5 medium onions, or a cup of diced onion. There we go. And then we're going to saute for a little bit. We're really just going to sweat it, bring out of the, just bring out a little bit of the perfume of the onion, just until it's fragrant. And then we are going to add about 1.5 pounds of ground meat. So today I'm using beef, but that doesn't mean that you can't use ground chicken, ground turkey, ground pork. You can do a combination of beef and pork if you'd like. Completely up to you. There we go. There you are, and then we're just going to saute and bring together until there's no more pink left in the meat. So everything is brown. And what you want to do is you kind of want to move it around like this too, because you don't want big clumps like a hamburger or a meatball, I guess, in your ground. So we'll just kind of move that around. So depending on how fat your meat is, you may have to drain this. I'm using a lean cut of meat, so I may not need to, but if you do, then we will. So in the meantime, while we're doing that, what we're going to do is we're going to grab some garlic, about 2 cloves of garlic we'll have right here. You're going to need a small can of tomato sauce. If you don't have tomato sauce, but you have a little bit of salsa, you're looking at about 2 cups of sauce, 2 cups of salsa. You're going to need 2 tablespoons of coriander, completely optional. If you don't have it, that's okay. But coriander adds a nice flavor, nice dimension to your taco beef. You'll need cumin. This is what makes tacos taste like tacos. This nice cumin, about 2 tablespoons right here, or teaspoons. My fault, 2 teaspoons. A lot of cumin goes a long way, and it might just taste too much. So yeah, 2 teaspoons of cumin. And then I've got a nice 2 tablespoons of chili powder. Now, if you don't have any chili powder, you can use a little bit of paprika. Don't use cayenne. Cayenne and chili aren't interchangeable. That'll just make it super spicy. To this mix, you can also add a jalapeno pepper, a Scotch bonnet, a habanero, depending on how spicy you want it. Today, I'm cooking for a whole bunch of people, so I'm not going to be worrying about putting any spice in it. But you can definitely add it. You can add it by adding your favorite hot sauce. My favorite hot sauce here from Spicy Boys, the smoked peach. I'll add that on top of my taco afterwards. Okay, so let's get back to it here. Turn the heat up on this a little bit, and let's just get this all fried up like this. And like I said, it all depends on the fat content of your product. So if you are going to strain it, what I would do is you would put it into a colander, or you can have one of these fancy things right here, a nice fancy tool. You put it on the side, you pour it into a container like this. Never straight down into the sink, guys. That's a good way to clog up your pipes. Basically, just let that fat congeal, scoop it out, and then toss it right in the trash. You don't want to gunk up your pipes, the city line, especially if you're living in the country. You don't want to mess up your fuel bed or anything like that. Okay, so this is coming along nicely. Needs a couple more minutes. So it's almost there, and I don't think, I don't need to drain this today, so that works out great. So to this, I'm going to add my garlic. And you're going to say, Chef, why didn't you add your garlic at the beginning? Well, I don't want my garlic to overcook, and I want it to stay fragrant, and I also don't want to burn my garlic. When you burn garlic, it becomes super bitter and really unpalatable. So this is just going to add a little bit of texture, a little bit of dimension. There we are. And then we're going to start adding our spices. So chili powder, our cumin, our coriander. And again, coriander, completely optional. Now, you could buy yourself one of those taco packs, and then you have a little envelope that basically has this right here. Or you can go to the grocery store and they buy those taco packs, but you can buy it as a shaker and shake it in. It's essentially the same thing, but you know what it is. And it's great if you got a cumin, coriander, a little bit of chili powder, because you can use that for different dishes. When you're buying those one-stop shop things, you can only use it for one thing, and it's only good for one thing. So single-use items are something that you should probably try to avoid in the kitchen. Try to buy something that you can use for multiple things. All right, this is coming along really nice. Get that all mixed up. And then I'm just going to add our tomato sauce. Now, tomato sauce is just going to add a nice body to your taco meat, so it's not dry and crumbly. There we go. Mix that in just like that, and you let that simmer for 2 or 3 minutes, or until everything's nice and thick. We're going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper to this as well. Always seasoned, salt and pepper. If you're asking me how much, I mean, only your heart can tell you. There we go. A little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt. Things are starting to smell really, really nice here in the Learning Kitchen. There we go. So I know we missed Taco Tuesday and it's on a Wednesday, but my lives are on Wednesday. And I had a class yesterday where we explored different types of South American dishes, and tacos or taco beef was one of the ones that the class wanted to work on. So here we go. As simple as that. Taco beef. Open up a can of beans, add that. You can add a can of corn to this, over some rice, over some noodles, over some mashed potatoes if you want. But essentially, here we go. We got some lovely taco beef. Now, all we gotta do is build a taco. You can either just grab one of these hard shells, which is great, or a nice soft shell tortilla. That works great too. So that's all we have to do now. We'll just kind of fill our tacos just like this. There we are. And then just some lovely lettuce, some tomatoes, a little bit of cheese, or a whole lot of cheese, just like this. And then I'm going to top it off with some lovely microgreens from my buddy Dan from DC Greens. Some pea shoots today, because, I mean, I love a good pea shoot. There we go. A little bit here on top of the hard shell taco. And again, a little hot sauce for my buddy Dylan at Spicy Boys. Just like this. Just like that. And there we go. We got some lovely taco beef and some lovely tacos. So thanks a lot for joining me today, guys. It's a really simple, easy recipe that you can use in a multitude of ways. First thing, it's great. Great leftovers. Great, quick, and easy supper for the gang. And again, great meal prep. So if you're doing lunch or you're working shift work and stuff like that, and you don't want to go out and buy stuff at the fast food, or you don't want to buy a convenience store sandwich, this is great. Your taco beef, you can season it anyway. This is taco beef, but you can definitely put an Asian twist to it if you want. But yeah, there we go. Super simple, super easy. Some lovely tacos with the taco beef that we made today. So I hope everybody next week enjoys a nice ground beef taco or ground meat taco on Taco Tuesday next week. Have a good one, guys. Thanks a lot.